Episode 21 of The Beardcaster. My name is Scott Sakura, and I am The Beardcaster. Once again, welcome to a podcast all about beards and mustaches and the great people who live in the community. These are the stories and the adventures from the people who grow them and embrace them. There are so many interesting situations that follow those of us with facial hair, from lifestyle to competitions to everyday life and the world around us. So why don't you come and join me as I share the stories about these people and hear how they are using their facial hair to be awesome and to do great and fun things. Hello again, everyone. My name is Scott Sakura. Like I said, I am the Beardcaster. Welcome to my podcast. You can find out more information about the Beardcaster by going to thebeardcaster.com. You can find direct links to all of my social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. Go like all those, check them out if that's what you're into. Today's episode is... It kind of fell into place. I had all these great ideas of all these things I wanted to do, and some of them kind of fell through. Others kind of, got all situated and everything, but it was like a last-second kind of thing where I decided, sometimes it's fun to just talk to the child about different things that are going on in the world, and we just had two major things happen within the past few weeks in our area. Number one being the Cleveland Indians going to the World Series and just so closely almost making it, almost getting it, but they didn't. And then the other major thing that's gone on is Donald Trump. So I thought it would be fun to kind of go back just like we did with the Cavaliers when they won the championship, and we talked to the child about what was going on. So I was joined with my friend Josh again, and the three of us sat down and kind of BS'd about a whole bunch of different stuff, but mainly we talked about the Cavs again. We talked about the Cleveland Indians going to the World Series. We talked about Hillary. We talked about Donald Trump. And we talked about, kind of how the child sees it in the eyes of an 11-year-old and how they perceive what's going on in the world. So without further ado, we're just going to jump right into this. It was a fun time. We laughed a lot. Someone might have peed their pants at some point in here, but we can't confirm nor deny. So, but you got to check it out yourself. So, without further ado, let's check it out. And action. Okay, Lucas, do you know what episode this is? What number?
69.
No.
Oh!
And your name is not Lucas.
That's a horrible one. I don't know. 9?
No.
10?
This
is
11,
episode
12, 13, 14,
23.
No, it is not.
Higher or lower?
25.
What is...
23.
What is...
21.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, 21.
What is it?
9 plus 10 equals 21.
What is the significance?
I don't know, but he
It's a
does
joke.
this dumb math problem.
9 plus 10 is 21.
Yeah.
That was his joke.
Yeah, but then they go, oh, yeah. Oh, like
You
they,
should see how many roasts we
like
do
they
at school.
outsmarted us or something.
I've heard.
Yeah.
I've heard that the fifth graders just roast each other.
So,
It is so funny.
do you like roast like
What else?
coffee beans and stuff?
No, I roast
Garlic.
Oh,
Weed?
No.
No. Bad.
I didn't even say that.
yeah,
You
you
started
did.
to. You're like, I roast weed.
What were you
I was gonna say Mario, Gabe,
I'm shutting it off. I'm putting it in my pocket.
K-Love.
We don't
Lex.
use names.
Wait, you have a friend named Mario?
Yeah.
Do you have a friend named Luigi?
It's me. It's Mario.
Would you like a pizza? Let's get some pizza.
It's me, Mario.
No, he does not do that. He's so
He should, because his name is Mario.
All right,
is a dope.
enough with talking about our friends.
Not by name.
Let's yeah.
We'll call him Wario.
Wario. Okay, so we are here to talk about a couple things. Now, originally I had wanted to do an episode all about, just like we did with the Cavaliers winning the
This would have been good if it was just
the
talking
champion.
about the Indians
I
winning
know.
the championship.
I know, and that's what I was hoping. I was hoping that we were just going to get a sit down and rehash just like we did with the Cavs, with the Indians, but apparently they didn't want to win. bad enough, or they did want to win bad enough.
I have a
the
much
game was
different perspective on this, but
the game wasn't long enough for them to bring it out. So we'll just put it that way. Give it an extra inning or two, they probably would have won.
They
right?
actually had an extra inning or two, went into extra innings.
Well, I'm just saying if whatever.
We'll talk about.
You
this
know
as
what
it
I
goes.
mean. You know what I mean.
No, I actually don't, but we'll talk about it as we go.
Okay. So, like I said, I wanted to get the perspective of the child and being, of course, experiencing his first World Series with his first baseball team. I mean, it's pretty cool, huh? To have your hometown team go to the World Series. Cool or not cool?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, pretty cool. That's all you have to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
pretty
It
cool.
was
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, it's cool.
Cool.
Delicious dish.
Could you please pass me?
The shreddy balls. Come on, that's all you got?
Yeah.
I mean, do you even realize
Well,
like,
I'm
what
not
it
supposed
was?
to scream.
You're not.
Well, no,
but
you
don't
don't have to
You don't have
scream.
to scream, but we just want to know how your
Well, I felt pretty awesome.
yeah. So it was cool to have your team once again after you just experienced your basketball team
Yeah, the
winning
Cavs.
winning the championship. Then you have your other hometown team, the Indians, going all the way to the World Series, and like literally within inches of being the champions.
If they would have won, it would have been pretty amazing.
Would you have peed your pants?
No.
Which one would have been more important to you, the Cavs winning or the Indians? Because you play. Let's be clear.
I think the Cavs would be more important to me.
Yeah, see, and that's what I would have thought too. Because let's be clear, you play baseball and basketball.
Ow.
Those are your two sports.
I don't play baseball anymore.
He gave it up for Lent.
Oh well, then you'll start playing again soon. If you gave it up for Lent, you're
play
just
basketball.
focusing on basketball.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's focusing.
Oh, see, this is news to me. I didn't know this.
Yeah, well, we haven't seen you in a while, so let's just
Wait,
pretend.
who
like,
are you?
Yes, let's just pretend the last time we talked was when we did the Cavaliers episode.
Oh.
So
The last time I saw Lucas, he was knee high to a tadpole.
he was 3 apples high.
Back in that day.
He walked up hills both ways.
Hey, I did walk uphill both ways to school.
Yeah, well, you could, or you
I
could have
did.
walked. Yeah, well, that's because where you lived.
Yeah.
You could have walked around the hill too.
That would have added like a mile to the trip.
I know, but that.
All right. But anyway, back.
That was really
See, I was
boring.
always curious about that because, and if you go back to the other podcast, I even made that point. Like, what's more important? Like, is this big because basketball is bigger to this generation? There was a poll question on Facebook, like what would be bigger or what's more important, the Indians winning the World Series or the Cavs having won? And I voted for the Cavs because I think that basketball is bigger than baseball. But that being said, the spectacle of the World Series in Cleveland was huge.
Oh yeah. Well, I
mean, beyond what I even considered or thought.
If I would have voted, I would have voted for baseball because I mean, well,
it's the oldest. It's one of the oldest trophies in sports.
You eat apple pie and you watch baseball.
You do not eat apple pie.
I know.
Who doesn't eat apple pie?
I don't.
You don't eat apple pie?
He doesn't either.
I don't either.
We're not a pie family.
Yeah, I hate.
Oh my
pie.
God, I would rather have pie than cake.
Well.
Ooh, cake's way better.
Oh God, my God, this is gonna take a horrible twist.
I know.
Give me a slice of pie. I'll take a slice of pie any day over.
Is there like a pie cake hybrid?
Is there a cake?
Cake.
Is there a cake?
Kai.
Pumpkin.
Well, you
pie.
could have kai.
Pumpkin pies.
You could have kai or pake.
The only
Those
pie
are
I like
words.
is pumpkin pie. That's it.
Really? That's
Yeah.
like the fruit pies are the best.
Or coconut
I
cream
like
pie.
chocolate pies. It's
Oh, see, I like fruit pies, like blueberry and cherry
I
pie.
like blueberry.
Apple pie. I like apple
I
pie.
don't like apple pie.
He's-
How can you not like apple pie?
I don't like apple.
It's
cider.
American.
I don't like any of that.
Do you like hot dogs?
Yeah.
Do you like baseball?
Yes, but they have to be
No.
turkey hot dogs. They can't
You
be.
don't like baseball now?
I don't
Wait, why aren't
play
we having
baseball.
this podcast? I didn't ask you if you played baseball. I asked you if you like baseball.
I do like baseball.
Then you like apple pie.
No, I don't. I don't like apple pie.
Do you like Chevrolets?
They're a
Fords?
type of car? Then yeah, I guess.
Do you like Kias? Hyundais?
No.
Hyundais?
Those foreign cars.
Foreigners.
Okay, so for you, the Cavs over here. Pay attention over here.
Microphone's
Okay.
here, big guy.
Okay, so the important thing for you was the Cavs. The more important thing was the Cavs winning than the Indians.
Yeah.
Okay, now Did
I
you
agree with him, by the way.
now, but did you not enjoy watching the Indians in the World Series?
I did.
It was pretty intense.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun. Well, then again, the last game of the last Cavs game was pretty intense.
Did you?
Yeah.
Were you able to stay up for Game
No,
7?
we both fell asleep at the
No,
Oh
fifth.
my
I-
God!
no,
You
I
didn't see
watched
Rajay
it.
Davis's home run?
No, we
Oh my God! I woke Juliana up. I literally was. He hit that home run, and I was like screaming. And Juliana comes out rubbing her eyes, and she's like, "Dad, what's going
Did
on?"
she have sand in her eyes?
She was rubbing. Yeah, she must have, because she was rubbing her eyes. And she's like, "Dad," I'm like, "Juliana, it's just." And then she woke up the next morning. She's like, "Did they win?" And I'm like, "No, they lost."
Way to
She's like,
break
"Oh."
your kid's heart.
No, she was fine. Actually, this would be a good segue into the election.
Segway. Ooh, I want to ride one of those.
I know, right?
Yeah.
This would be a good segue in the election. We'll get to this in a minute, but she also woke up yesterday morning, and she's like, "Who won the election?" I said, "Trump won." She's like, "Yes." She was all happy and all that kind of stuff, and I'm like, "Well, yeah, I'm pretty happy and blah blah blah, whatever." And she's like, "I just didn't want Hillary to win. I want to be the first female president." I'm like,
That is very impressive. See what Ray's done to the world?
I know. Yeah, Ray did this.
Ray did this.
Ray did this,
Who's
and
Ray?
you hated it. Who's Ray?
Who's Ray? Oh!
Yeah, Ray.
Ray
Ray?
from Star Wars.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's right. Ray's
She's inspired my daughter to be more than just a girl.
now who? Okay, how about this? Who's a better inspiration to a child, Ray or Hillary? There we
Ray.
go.
Hillary.
Ray.
Hillary.
Hillary should be in prison.
No.
Hillary for prison 2016.
Absolutely.
That-
Might not happen until 2017, but she should.
Well,
should
she'll
go to
probably
jail.
drag it out till 2019.
Trump will pardon her. Even if she got indicted, Trump would pardon her. Well, let's go back to this. We'll get to Trump and Hillary.
Yeah.
I think we should get to that later. But
And-
anyway,
and
Rajay
Ray.
Davis. So you missed it.
I know.
Oh my God!
Well,
it was
maybe
intense.
someone would have woke me up.
I fell asleep
But you-
too. I was
Why
out
couldn't
at the
someone
fifth
wake
inning.
me up?
I was out in the
I-
fifth inning
I
Well,
actually.
I was out in like the fourth inning, and why couldn't you just wake me up?
because once again I was asleep. I fell
said
asleep
the fourth inning,
I
not the fifth.
because I was asleep in the fifth inning, and
you
then
didn't want to watch innings 5 through 8.
Yeah,
Anyway.
there
I
we
mean,
go.
It was horrible. And then all of a sudden, it was like this steady. I mean, it typified the Indians. It was like this steady climb back, and then Rajay Davis, boom, hits the home run, and just like, whoa, my God! It's a great part about baseball. It's a marathon, but at any point in time, here's the analogy for you: if Kyrie hits the 3, which he did, and then Kyrie ends up going ahead 3, it was the equivalent feeling wise of if Steph Curry would have gone down and hit a 3. Like imagine, and that like the extra innings was the equivalent of Steph Curry hitting that, having hit the hypothetical 3, because like Rajay Davis's home run felt like Kyrie hitting the 3, and you're like, oh my God, we're gonna pull this off, we're gonna win. The only exception to it was that, of course, the Indians lost, so then hypothetically, Steph would have come down and hit the 3, and then they would have gone into overtime, and I don't know, Draymond Green scores 15 points or something like that, we lose. Whatever.
Draymond Green,
Ugh,
like
what
guy
a
who kicks
dirtbag.
nuts.
Yeah, he's a nut kicker.
He's
He's
a
a
nut
nut
kicker.
kicker.
He's a nut kicker. Dirty nut kicker.
he's like one of those things that wears the big hats around Christmas, and you put the thing in his mouth, and
A
Yeah,
nutcracker.
that's a nutcracker.
yeah,
Yeah, but still, nut kicker, nut crack. I mean, same premise. But see, here's my take on this, and I was talking to Lucas a little bit about this while you were upstairs. I'm okay with the Indians losing. Like, it was a great
am
series.
too.
They lost to the better team. I feel like the Cubs were the better team, and the fact that we were up 3-1 was, look, we had 3 chances to close it. I don't see it as a choke job. I see it as a reality of baseball as compared to basketball. You're not trotting the same players out there for baseball, and you are trotting the same people out for basketball.
every game is different, completely different.
Absolutely, because of the pitching.
Yeah.
And because of the matchup crap that you have to do. And the fact that we were up 3-1 was a testament to Kluber. It was a testament to, Bauer and Tomlin. Then you expected Tomlin and Bauer to go back on 3 days rest, and it was just, you're just looking at it, you're like, these matchups suck. Like, we're gonna go to a Game 7 unless we get lucky. And then as soon as it got to Game 7, it's a coin flip, and you saw that. I mean, literally, it went to extra innings. It was a coin flip.
Yeah. I didn't see that. I was asleep.
That's right. You know what you should have done? You should have woke Lucas up around the 4th or 5th
I
inning.
know. I know.
Yeah, Dad.
Apparently, because I'm a sucky father right there. 'Cause
Yeah.
I didn't let
You
my,
ruined
Wow.
my World Series.
You might as well have abused him.
I know.
Yeah.
I did. I mentally
You
abused him
emotionally abused him.
because I didn't let him see the 5th and 6th and 7th inning of the Indians.
Yeah, I could have seen Rajay or whatever his name is.
You-
Rajay Davis. That
you
home
s-
run was intense.
You still would have been asleep though.
He lit up Aroldis Chapman, and it was a line drive, and you're like, "Oh, get up, get up, get up!" And it got out by. I don't know, I cleared the fence by like 3 feet, but it was on a straight line. That thing would have gone 400 feet easy.
Easy.
Well, you didn't
I
see
still
it.
I still haven't seen it yet. I haven't even seen the replay.
Oh, it was intense. It was great.
Well, that's the bubble that I live in because we don't have cable. I don't watch the
You
news.
have the internets. You have the interwebs.
Yeah, but I don't watch
You
it.
can't use anything.
What? What does that mean?
He's air quoting.
He's
it.
air
I don't
quoting.
even know
I
what
don't
air
know.
quoting it. Why are you air quoting?
Yeah, what are you air quoting?
He can't.
He can't air quote.
He doesn't drink water like everybody else. I might not speak into a microphone. You got to know how to use the air quotes,
Yeah,
and don't ever misuse the word literally.
yeah.
Like literally, don't use
Literally?
misuse. Yes, do not misuse the word literally.
But my whole point is that since I don't really follow through with news or
I do.
you do.
Have you been watching the post-Trump stuff? Then you don't follow through. With
Yeah.
news.
You didn't instantly say yes.
You follow through with sports.
Sometimes I look up Trump in school. So.
You follow through with sports.
Yes, pretty much.
Call it what it is. You follow. Well, because sports is important.
Well, Mrs. Ferguson lets us in free time we can do look up anything.
No, I don't think anything. I think there are probably limitations.
Well, not
to that.
not anything. I mean, she can let us look up the Cavs and all that. But
Oh, all right.
And you've been looking up Trump.
yeah, I get Trump backgrounds.
Oh, so now you're becoming a
Trumpaholic.
Trumpaholic. Yeah, Trumpaholic.
Trumpaholic.
Well, I mean, is that or is that not the effect of politics though? Like you get a fifth grader that is identifying. I mean, love him or hate him, he's identifying with a politician. It's a great part about
Well, and
politics and presidential elections.
And I asked him that too yesterday. I'm like, so are you learning about politics in school? He's like, no, I wish I was. Did you not say that?
I don't remember.
You don't remember. You're a fifth
What did
grader.
you have for dinner? Frankton bean.
No, you didn't.
I don't remember what I ate,
Yeah.
actually.
See.
We just ate it. It was
I
rice.
know.
It was rice and
Oh.
Chicken
hot
and
sauce.
rice and hot sauce.
I have
rice
a
and hot
very
sauce.
bad memory.
Yeah, he does. But
Whatevs.
I don't listen either. That's really bad
I'm sorry,
listening
what?
skills.
yeah, yeah. I don't know
You
who
should,
what?
you should
who
see how
has
many
a-
times I get in trouble at school.
For what?
not listening.
Behavioral. Behavior.
Yeah, I've heard that rumor about you. You and your friends' behavior issues. I heard that. I heard that about you. I'm kidding. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
We'll digress. Back
Yeah.
to Trump.
Trump,
Trump, Trump, Trump,
Trump, Trump,
Trump.
Trump, Trump.
Trump, 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 Trump.
That's where we're going with this.
Trump.
So, I guess we'll veer off the Indians' path now because there's really not too much to say more about that because
They lost.
They lost, and
They played a hell of a series,
Yeah.
and I'm
Use
so
of
excited.
language.
I know. I'm sorry,
heck of
a series.
Heck of a series.
but I am excited for next year, and I think the ownership will do what it needs to bring guys back, and I think we'll make it.
Yeah, maybe we'll have our actually starting pitcher.
Oh my God! If we had Salazar and
That-
Carrasco, that would have
like
been a
that-
5-game series.
Like that.
Kluber would have finished him off in Game 5.
And he
Kluber
might have
is pretty
smiled.
good.
Kluber is a beast.
He would have smiled.
We'd have gone Kluber in Game 1, Salazar, or no, we'd have gone
Who's
Kluber,
Salazar?
Danny Salazar.
I
He was
don't-
our number 3 starter.
His
We'd have gone
name-
Kluber, Carrasco, Salazar, and then we would have probably pitched Tomlin or Bauer in Game 4, and then
Is it-
Kluber would have
Tomlin.
pitched
is it-
5 with Carrasco and Salazar pitching 6 and 7. That game would have gone 5, or that series would have gone 5 or 6.
Admiral
games, and we'd have won.
Salazar.
Yes, Admiral.
Who's
This is a
that?
trap.
The guy that cut his finger. Who's that?
That was Trevor Bauer on a drone.
I didn't think he was pretty good.
He wasn't, and that's
He's
what
not.
he would have come out of the bullpen because Tomlin would have pitched in Game 4, and you would have had Carrasco and Salazar, and Bauer would have been coming
Admiral
out of the bullpen where he would.
Salazar.
Admiral Salazar.
It was a trap. Por qué?
Okay.
You guys say stuff that doesn't make sense.
Oh, it makes
No.
sense to us. We're
Yes.
laughing.
Because we're older
Como se dice trap?
and you don't speak a Spanish.
Apparently, neither do you.
No.
You don't speak the Spanish.
Okay, I suck.
Okay, I suck. High five. This is Spanish. High five.
It is. I'm choking here.
It just makes me
This
laugh.
is the El Spanish.
Les Spanish.
May I have el beer, por favor?
Oh, okay.
All
Let's
right,
get to
we
politics.
digress.
Let's get to
politics.
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 All right.
Politics.
Ugh.
Trump.
So just to off
The Roman Senate is the best.
Senate
Ted
ever.
That money can
Strickland.
buy.
My Roman
Come on,
Senate
Mel
is the
Brooks.
best Senate ever.
That money can buy.
Ted Strickland.
Oh God.
Tetris Lynn, what?
No, he said Ted Strickland.
Oh,
Ted
Oh, my God.
Strickland. He's
Loretta Lynn.
horrible.
Loretta Lynn. Oh,
He's
my God.
horrible.
okay. So you,
He's so bad.
tell us how you really feel.
The way he hates Ted Strickland. He hates
You used to
his
see the
Ted
commercial
Strickland.
about Ted Strickland.
What did Ted Strickland do to you?
He made junk for the U.S. That's what he made.
Okay.
He was governor of the state of Ohio. He really hasn't done.
Oh, yeah,
anything to the
Ohio,
United
I meant.
States.
Well,
He's just horrible.
but what did he do? I need you to tell me what he did.
He lost jobs for people.
Oh, this is a rote response. Someone has spoon-fed him this.
No, this is called sitting in front of the TV watching the commercials.
Lucas, what did Ted Strickland do? Ted Strickland has lost the jobs. He has not provided for us in the United States. Wow.
He's pretty smart.
Yeah, well, he's a good reader.
He don't read so well.
So Ted, okay, so all right, we'll start this off. You do not like Ted Strickland. That's cool.
Neither does
You can
this
be
guy.
anti-Ted Strickland. I am pro Rob Portman. Because I've actually met the guy.
Like Rob Portman?
Well, he was the one that ran against Ted Strickland.
I don't know. I don't like Rob Portman either.
Well, then you shouldn't have. See, here's a great point.
He can't
If
vote.
you don't like, I know, but in the future, if you don't like either of the candidates, don't vote.
I
Like,
didn't vote. I'm not
no,
even
no,
old
I,
enough.
No. I just said it's a lesson. So you go into the to vote, and you see your choices are Ted Strickland or Rob Portman. Now that was an easy decision for me because I've met Rob Portman and I support a lot of what he does.
Oh, you met
So I'm
him?
like, oh yeah, I'm like, oh hell,
They did
heck
lunch
yeah.
one day.
We did. We had lunch. And so I'm like, okay,
We
well,
split a hot
absolutely, I'm
dog.
gonna vote for Rob Portman. But but there were 3 or 4 things that I left blank because I'm like, I don't know either of these people just because they have a D in front of their name or an R in front of their name. I'm not gonna vote for them. I'm not well enough informed. A well-informed voter votes based upon the person and the policies. Doesn't vote upon the name.
Would you vote for Darth Vader?
No.
Hello?
Yeah. Please sign me up for slavery and galactic empire. Absolutely. Let me sign up for a hypothetical fascist government. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm right. I'm right
Yeah,
there.
it's like voting for Hitler.
Hitler's
But
worse.
with cooler Jedi powers.
Yeah,
Now, could
well-
you imagine if Hitler had dark side powers and
That
could
would
do like
be
force choke?
horrible.
Well, yeah.
Do like force choke?
Hitler and the Nazis were bad.
yeah,
Oh,
they
you
were.
think?
They were bad. they were bad people.
I think Darth Vader wasn't such a bad guy. He was just misunderstood.
Well, he was because who's to say that Donald Trump is not Anakin Skywalker?
Donald Trump is not Anakin
hold
Skywalker.
on.
Dun,
Hold
dun.
on.
Hold on. Let's
on.
let's throw this one out there for all of you.
Could Donald Trump's Metachlorium account actually be?
Maybe he's the chosen one. He's the one to bring balance.
Not with that hair, brother. He can bring balance to the force to the United States.
But honestly though, like, what if Donald Trump is the guy that is supposed to come in and just rattle the cages, change everything, and so what? He's not the good guy. He's the Darth Vader. The Darth Vader. As I'm doing huge air quotes all over the place.
That don't belong either. Well, actually, around Darth Vader, it does fit. Okay, all right,
But
fair enough.
what if he's the guy? I mean, he could be the guy that's.
What if I'm the guy?
What? But
What
you
if I'm
could.
the
What if
guy?
Juliana's the
Yeah.
not
the-
guy, but
yeah.
whatever.
Woman.
Awkward.
The whoa man.
Whoa, man.
The whoa man.
Campbell's cappuccino.
Harriet.
Sweet Harriet. Wholehearted harbinger of haggis. You've never seen the movie, Lucas. Don't
No.
shake your head at me.
No. But, I mean, could you...
That was a So I Married an Ex-Murderer reference.
You don't need to
Well, we
tell
got
me.
it. I'm just
Yeah.
talking about anybody, like the 18 people that might listen to this podcast.
Yeah, they'll be like, hey, oh my God, axe murderer.
Did they just drop a So I Married an Axe Murderer reference? Yes. Yes, we did.
Is that water good?
Mm-hmm.
Good. I don't know, but I was thinking about that. And I was trying to somehow tie Donald
Darth Vader to
Trump.
Donald Trump?
Yeah.
Darth Vader would win.
I mean,
Let's make a Star Wars reference right now to Donald Trump. We got to think about this, though. And I don't think it's...
he's not Jar Jar. Or he could be.
No, Hillary was Jar Jar.
Misa, vote for you.
Misa, get questions before debate. Oh, God, what a filthy wreck that woman was.
Oh.
Ugh.
I think just the whole family, though, but...
Well, no,
Not in
I
my
think
opinion.
I think if you honestly look at it, like her behavior, her politics aside, I mean, it's not like her politics are bad, but I think the fact that you have a woman, and I guess it doesn't even have to be a woman, but the fact that you have a politician that's known to be corrupt, manipulative, and a liar is enough for people to be like, yeah, no. At least we know what we're getting with Donald Trump, right? I mean, we know.
We know he's
'Cause he tells
a
us.
lie. Well, yeah.
She
we
could
know
have killed
he's a liar.
Americans.
She could have.
She could have with their
Well,
emails.
I mean, theoretically, if you focus on Benghazi and the 600 plus emails that she ignored or that the State Department ignored, I mean, this is getting in depth here, but the 4 Americans died. I mean, you've seen have you seen 13 Hours?
No.
Oh my gosh.
no.
That movie is intense.
I only watch kid movies. Sorry. That's I don't think that's a
Um,
very
Kung
kid-friendly
Pao.
movie.
Okay, well, all right, well, imagine Mighty Morphin Power Rangers if Hillary Clinton let
Wow.
every ranger except the pink one die. I guess. I don't know.
That's a really horrible analogy.
I made it up
Power
off.
Rangers.
Could you tell I made it up off
I know
the top
he
of my
went the Power Ranger angle because they're popular right now because they're making the comeback because the movie's coming out.
head? Is there a Power Ranger movie coming out?
Yeah, new one.
No,
Is it
there's
really?
not.
Yep.
Oh, really? Show me right now.
I'm not going to
Well, we
show.
can't
I'll
do it
show
now,
you
but-
when we're done. I'll show you. But yes, they're working on a new. Bryan Cranston's in it.
I don't like the Power
Doing
Rangers.
what?
He's Ming the Merciless.
Okay, all right, fair enough.
But yeah,
Wait, no, Ming the Merciless wasn't Power Rangers.
I know he wasn't.
That was Flash Gordon.
Yeah, he's some.
Flash.
Savior of the universe.
Yeah.
Wait, why is
that was
how
a,
is
but
how
that
is
was a
Ming
good
Merciless?
lead-in.
How are they tying Ming Merciless
I'm
to?
kidding.
Oh, okay, thank God.
But Bryan Cranston is in. I don't know.
Is he the pink Power Ranger
Yeah.
or the yellow one?
His might be the blue one.
I would say that that analogy came about because in our time at Kent, we may have spent way too much time watching Power Rangers.
Yes. Now that you're giving me flashbacks and now I'm here, but yes, I do remember watching a lot of Power Rangers when we were in college.
Go,
We
go,
rearranged-
Power Rangers.
We watched a lot of Power Rangers.
And
when we were,
Mystery
like,
Science
19,
Theater.
Yeah. I rearranged my schedule that year so I could watch Mystery Science Theater and Power Rangers.
It was on at 12 o'clock.
And then followed by Power Rangers at 1 and 1:30.
Wow, you really messed up that hat.
Yeah, you messed it up. I'm
I
trying to
didn't mess
fix it.
No.
Wow, that
No.
just looks ugly.
You look like a
like a
white-bearded Will
hipster.
Smith.
Oh, okay.
Not a
Sorry.
hipster. Don't
But
ever
you go
use
Yeah,
like
that.
never
that.
use that word. Oh,
Do
sorry.
not use that
Yeah.
term
You go like
unless
that.
Eric Mortensen is here.
Yeah,
I'm not
but
a hipster.
Shame on you. That's bad.
Mm-hmm. It's bad.
It's bad. It's bad. Who was the best president ever?
Ronald Reagan.
Your mom.
Actually, that's not true. Ronald Reagan was the best president of our generation.
But who was? Would you say Abraham Lincoln?
No.
Andrew Jackson.
Teddy Roosevelt.
Okay. Why? Because he had a cool mustache.
Bill
He did
Clinton.
have a cool
Bill
mustache.
Clinton was the best.
You shut your mouth.
Bill Clinton.
No, if you do your research in Teddy Roosevelt was certified BA.
Why?
JFK.
Where do you want me to start?
Yeah. Well, give us some background on the.
All right, when he was running with the Bull Moose Party, which was after he got elected, all right, he served his 2 terms. At that time, you didn't have to only serve 2 terms; you could serve more than 2 terms. Hence, Franklin Delano Roosevelt was elected to 4 terms and president. So Teddy Roosevelt could have actually run for a 3rd and 4th term, but he didn't. He said, "I'm not going to do it." Left
Not
it.
gonna do it.
Not gonna do. He left it to he left it to Taft. Taft messed it up. So he came back, ran in the Bull Moose Party, got shot on the campaign trail, like was delivering a speech, got shot, and he's like, it's merely a flesh wound. I'll go ahead and continue, and continued his speech.
I did not know
What a
that.
strong president.
And he was a Republican, but his policies were more Democratic by nature. So he basically established the park systems in the United States. Guy was a certified badass.
And he had a mustache.
And he had a badass mustache. Yeah. Served in the Spanish-American War. Watched from a distance when Abraham Lincoln, his funeral procession went through New York City.
You also watched Reagan's funeral procession.
I did watch Reagan's funeral procession.
I still feel horrible. I remember you inviting me to go with you, and I don't know why.
You didn't go. I don't know why.
It was
didn't
over
go.
summer vacation, and you're like,
Yeah,
"Hey, man, let's go to Washington D.C." And I was like,
Gotta pay respects to the man.
"Yeah, that would have been really cool." So tell me.
So no, let's go back to Trump here because
Yeah.
I think Trump is potentially a game changer in politics.
I absolutely agree.
My
Yeah.
mom doesn't agree.
He's not. But see, here's the thing: Trump. We need to break this cycle in this country of electing politicians. I mean,
Oh, absolutely.
The biggest,
The
biggest problem that Hillary had is she's a politician. She groomed herself to get into the Oval Office, and in doing so, she became a career politician. And America is sick and tired of politicians. And you know what? I agree. As a Republican, admittedly, as a Republican. Hold on a second.
Ooh.
I know, right? As a Republican,
and his
I'll be honest with you.
Cleveland Browns beer can.
Oh, who cares about the Indians and
in
the
Indians
Cavs?
koozie?
Go Browns.
Oh,
We're
God.
covering up the Browns helmet.
We are covering up the Browns helmet. But as a Republican, the truth of the matter is, I just if I didn't want either of these people, but I'm going to support the party. I didn't even vote for Trump in the primary, but everything afterwards has been amazing. Like ever since he won, the post stuff has.
Okay,
he's said the right stuff.
And just to let
done the right
everyone know,
stuff.
we're only 2 days into him winning.
Yeah, absolutely. And by the way, I should say this. I don't think you saw. I don't think you went on the post that I posted on Facebook. But check out the 11/9/16 Sean Hannity.
All right, I'll post the link to that in the show notes.
I
Oh my God!
I think Donald.
Post the 11-minute and 33-second. You got to go on the Fox News thing, and if you forward or post the 11 minutes and 33 seconds, a monologue that Sean Hannity does, and he hits against Democrats and Republicans, and basically says, "Look, if you don't like the way things are going, that's fine, but you know what? It's what's going to happen for the next 4 years, and and you either get on board or get the hell out of the way, because it's happening." And it's actually relatively bipartisan, even though Sean Hannity is a known Republican on Fox News. The truth is, it's an amazing monologue. I posted it on Facebook today, and it's worth a listen. It's worth a watch.
No, I feel the same way. I'm not a Donald Trump supporter, but what?
Boo!
He said booyah.
Oh, booyah.
Booyah, booyah,
But-
booyah.
I said boo you since you're not a Trump supporter.
Well, I support the idea of there needs to be some sort of radical change to the political system of the United States.
Who did you vote for in 92?
92.
You never.
92 was Bill Clinton when he got elected versus George H.W.
Well, I wasn't 18 yet, so
Yeah, you were.
in 92?
Mhm.
Not yet, because I was only 17. I turned 18 a week after.
After the election?
Yeah.
All right.
So I didn't vote for anyone.
All right, so 96 would have been your first vote, which would have been Dole versus Clinton.
I like Dole because he reminds me of fruit.
Dole. Bob Dole. Bob Dole.
Well, I'll admit that I'm a registered Republican, and I do support Republicans, but on the same token, I'm not like.
Lucas is going to poop.
What are you doing? He's dancing. Jeez.
Now he's on the floor. I think he drank more of these things than we
I
did.
know.
He's got the giggles. What the heck is that?
Is he putting his butt in the air?
No, he's doing the kick around, like on the floor, the kick around, move yourself in a
The electric boogaloo?
360. Yeah, it's kind of the electric. It's kind of electric boogaloo.
Okay, well, I'll talk over him.
That's fine. His giggles.
But
Shut his microphone off.
Yeah, we'll turn him down. But I also agree the fact that there needs to be some sort of humongous change in what's going on. And Donald Trump is a businessman, and the United States, in my opinion, to succeed with jobs, to succeed with lots of different things, needs to be run as a business.
Which is an amazing point that they made. The analogy I heard was that the president is similar to a CEO of a company. Your cabinet.
Holy cow. Donald Trump is a CEO of a company.
Exactly. And that's what they said. They said, look, let's call the president what he is. You got 3 or 4 major decisions to make on any given day. Your advisors and your cabinet are going to come up and they're going to present information to you. You have to make a decision. You know who else makes a decision?
Your mom.
CEO of your mom. A CEO of a corporation, a manager. It's what Donald Trump does. You know, I mean, people present information to him. He makes the best educated decision. It's what a president does. And I just, the first president that I really got into, and I didn't vote for the election for the same reason in 92 that you did, but the first presidential candidate I actually supported was Ross Perot.
Ross Perot.
Can I talk? Can I talk?
Can you talk? I think you can
Can
talk.
I talk? Can I talk? Can I talk? But I mean, Ross Perot was he was an oil mogul, right? He was a businessman. He was a millionaire, and
So why was he able, or why? Okay, now
he wasn't as abrasive as Trump.
That was the point I was going with. There is, you had a guy like Perot who was obviously a very influential, rich businessman. Why didn't he go as far as Trump? But you just, I mean, I think you just made the point.
But Trump miraculously, I didn't even vote for Trump in the primary. You know, I don't know if you did or not. I didn't even vote for Trump in the primary. But
I voted for Vermin Supreme.
I should have voted for Vermin Supreme. Hey, shout out #Vermin Supreme.
Yeah, hashtag.
You didn't even vote, Dad.
In the primaries?
You didn't vote.
You didn't vote in the primaries?
I didn't
You
vote.
yesterday.
I did
or
not
the other
vote.
day? Oh,
Truth
shame on
be
you.
told, I did not vote. And I'll explain to that after you're done
Okay.
making your point.
But I think when you look at it, Ross Perot ended up running as an independent because you had H.W. Bush that was already in office. So Perot wasn't going to be able to run as a Republican. Once you get your party's nomination, if you're a primary candidate, Hillary and Trump, then you're almost guaranteed to at least get 40% of the vote. I mean, Gary Johnson got what, like
Johnson.
Gary Johnson.
Look at your face.
But he got like what did he get? He only got like 4% or something like that, I think. But you know, honestly, like Gary Johnson, not kidding, Gary, which
Okay, Gary.
Ace and Gary,
Gary.
ambiguously gay duo. He but I mean, honestly, the guy arguably could have made a better president. I mean, Bernie Sanders would be president today if it weren't for Hillary.
Well, yeah.
Bernie Sanders would have beat Donald Trump. I have no doubt in my mind. But, you know, I mean, it's the best part and worst part about the primary system is that you have Hillary destroying Bernie Sanders and vice versa. And then all of a sudden you're left with whoever wins.
Vice
versa.
Yeah.
And then you have whoever wins that's already been trashed and dragged through the mud. And now people have to make their decision based on the lesser of two evils of the lesser of two evils. And it's just, I don't know. But yeah, I would have voted for somebody else. I would have preferred somebody else. But over the last couple of days, you know, watching this, I'm beginning to realize that I think a businessman in politics, if nothing else, it's not the good old boy network. It's not the same old politicians running this country. And I think we need that. I think America doesn't want that anymore.
Oh, and I love the fact that everyone's having a coronary about it. Like they're just losing their minds. Like all this stuff that's been in.
Are you leading me into my millennials post on Facebook?
And that's the thing is,
dude, my Facebook is blowing up right now because of this.
But the thing is like I'm actually like I cannot go on Facebook anymore because there's nothing on there other than people either, and it's so funny because it's either people are bitching and moaning about Trump or they're like,
that means complaining and moaning, by the way.
Yeah.
For our younger.
Yeah, for the younger crowd.
For the younger crowd with beards.
Yeah.
I don't have a beard.
You could though.
It's the beard caster though.
Yeah. we're talking about things that
Hey, why don't I have a Beardcaster sticker? on
because
my
I
microphone?
don't. Hey man,
I have one.
I'm on a
Ooh.
budget. I'm on a budget.
For stickers?
Yeah.
You want
Yeah,
me to
sure.
give you like $5?
Hey man.
Did you know that Trump probably has the worst hair?
That's not a probably. He's got the worst hair of any
Yes,
president in
he
the history
does.
of the
He
United
has the
States.
worst.
Yeah.
I don't know. George Washington's hair was pretty funny.
Actually, and it was very fake. That's a
Yeah.
good call. Trump versus Washington hair battle.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, go.
Definitely, I'd go Trump over
Trump.
him.
Well, that's true because
Trump is
Washington's
really
was a wig. Had to have been one of those
Yeah.
old powder wigs, one of those old timey powder wigs.
Old timey.
Although it does look like Trump. I think Trump is 70. He's that's got to be a wig, right? There's no way.
No,
that's
did
a
you not
piece.
see Jimmy Fallon messing his hair up on TV?
Is it real?
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't hear that. Sorry. No poop.
You eat shit for breakfast?
No.
I think
I
he
eat
did.
shit like you for breakfast. Sorry, Lucas. You're in the middle of a
That's
weird
funny.
conversation.
Now you derailed where I was going here.
You were asking. You were talking about protesters.
No.
You were leading me into my millennials.
No, it
discussion.
was before that. And it was him.
eat shit for
It was
breakfast?
a kid. No.
No.
Why did I do? I think it was pretty cool.
No, it was. It was funny. You had good comic timing there. I'll give you that.
Comedic timing.
Yeah.
It's all about the timing.
Man,
Tried to-
no. I'm just
Tried to
trying
mess up
good.
someone
I
No,
know.
it was good.
because
Actually,
it was
was
pretty
really good.
boring.
No. We were talking politics, and
Yeah.
you jumped into the comedic timing.
I know.
It was really good.
And when
I
you're
hated
talking,
it.
when you talk politics, it's
Yeah.
usually pretty boring. So you nailed that one right on the head.
You did, and we're better off for it.
Yeah.
too.
Because now we
The Galactic Empire.
Darth
Darth Vader. Well done.
I know.
FYI, you need to tell the Beardcaster folk that was not.
No, it wasn't.
That was not planned.
It just happened.
That did just happen.
Oh,
I got nothing.
we need cameras on all
We
this.
really
this
do,
is really
because-
good.
Because Lucas's look
Yeah,
right
his
now was
face
just
was really
priceless.
good. Lucas, why don't you tell us
Ooh, that was funny.
what's going on in the 11-year-old world of what's going on with who's president now?
In the 11-year-old
You're the
world of what's
11-year-old
going on.
correspondent right now.
Okay.
For you're the spokesperson for 11-year-olds.
This is Lucas Sikora reporting from Munson Elementary School, where Trump has been elected. And go.
Most of my friends hate Trump, pretty much.
Okay.
Yeesh.
They're
And-
Hillary fans, which I don't like at all.
Okay.
They're pretty bad.
This got awkward.
I know. It just went weird really fast.
Yes.
Okay, so you're not friends with these kids anymore then, right?
Okay, so there's a lot of kids at your school that are getting wedgies.
I would give him one.
I would too.
Well, all right.
Lose my job though, so I don't actually
Yeah,
get them wedgies.
we don't do that.
No.
We support everyone's decision, and let's also declare that everything expressed right now is
My
Opinions.
Opinion.
Oh,
Opinion.
Jesus.
Opinion. Snyder
Oh,
from
my
elementary
God.
school.
And all characters represented in this podcast
Eh,
are not
whatever, you know.
licensed and blah blah blah
blah
not
blah
actually
blah
blah,
blah
blah,
blah
blah.
blah blah
Yeah.
Burp.
blah.
Anyway, so the 11th grade opinion was very pro Hillary.
11th
Yes.
grade.
There
Or
was a lot of
11-year-old, sorry,
was
11-year-old
like-
opinion.
Here was one side and here was one side.
Isn't
Trump
it
and-
crazy how polarizing it was even for 5th graders?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Polarizing means that like there were two sides that were drawn. There was a bunch of people that were very pro
It
Hillary.
was like half of 5th grade and half of 5th grade were Trump and Hillary.
Did you guys do any kind of election?
No.
Like in school
We did
election?
do a vote on which new playground equipment, though.
Okay. We can either have the Trump playground equipment, which includes casino gambling, or the Hillary, which we're going to claim actually is going to exist, but we're going to sell it before it gets to you. So
I like Trump ones
So the
better.
Trump one is going to be built into a huge hotel casino, and the Hillary one's going to be built out of eventually toothpicks.
Yeah, and jail cells, pretty much.
And jail cells, yes. Oh, I'm going to go in the torture chamber. Let's go into this one. I don't know where I was going.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Right.
pretty
Actually,
weird.
torture chamber was more Benghazi. No, it was Guantanamo.
Yeah, and that was George Bush.
George W.
George-
W.
Montezuma.
Montezuma. That's like when you get the shits. That's the revenge.
Don't ever drink the water in Mexico, kid.
Do not drink the water in Mexico. Montezuma's revenge. What do Mexicans call it when they come to America and drink the water?
I don't know.
Is that Washington's revenge or
Who
something?
knows?
Oh, don't drink the water in America. It's too pure. It's got chlorine in it.
Well, who knows? Maybe
You get
because-
Washington's revenge. You get Trump's revenge.
makes them constipated.
Yeah. It's too pure. Colorado revenge.
Oh, I
I
think
think he's crying.
I know.
He may have peed himself.
I know. I don't think I've ever gotten him to laugh that hard
He
ever.
seriously might be pissing himself right now. I don't know what's higher pitch, his laugh right now or Juliana singing soprano.
Oh, either that or he swallowed a balloon.
Oh,
He's legitimately crying right now. Swallowed a balloon, a helium-filled balloon. He's Mike Matejka in college.
Oh,
Hashtag weed.
weed. All right. Okay.
All right.
So our correspondent, our 11-year-old correspondent, declares that the children are upset and the children wanted Hillary.
Did you have a lot of kids on Wednesday that were like a lot of your classmates that came in upset? Like
Yeah.
fake upset because they didn't even vote, but
yeah.
like I don't believe Trump's president. My
life's
gonna go to.
Yeah.
Oh my God! I'm gonna have to work in a factory for the rest of my life.
You'd be lucky to have that job.
Yeah.
Here's the funny thing: we had kids at school. We had it wasn't a ton of them, but we had a handful of kids wearing "Make America Great Again." Which is it just me, or is every president or every person that runs for president has that like slogan? Like if you run against the incumbent, "Make America Great Again."
Oh,
Oh yeah.
you catch that on
Burping
microphone?
real good.
good enough.
I had to burp that one. No, I mean it's like seriously, like he has like someone told me he copyrighted that. There's no way.
Was he Gene Simmons?
He might be, or more like Richard Simmons. I think he copied. Someone told me he copied. But anyway, we had a couple kids at school that brought Trump signs.
Really?
We actually got an email from our administration that said, if students have pro-Trump signs, if it's disrupting your class, please tell them to remove them. If not, it is their freedom of speech. They're
So
allowed to
if it
support
was not disrupting the class, then
then
they
they
were
could
okay.
have them.
I had
Absolutely.
a Trump sign.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I had
the-
one.
the-
I mean, you know what? If you support the guy, it's weird because, and here's where the this whole podcast comes together. Sports and politics really does. I mean, it feels the same. When your guy wins, it feels like you won the World Series. You know, I voted for Trump, which I don't mind saying, and I didn't want Hillary, and I was really freaking happy. I'd have been more happy if the Indians would have won the World Series.
I was surprised
but-
that Trump won actually.
well, a lot of people were. I don't think a lot of people were expecting him to win.
No.
I
Did you
think
watch any of the coverage?
we
Oh,
were
that's
watching,
right. You don't have cable.
Yeah, well, we went out to dinner.
Yeah,
we were
went
watching
out
a
to
little
dinner
bit.
And we were watching it. Ohio polls like closed down to like 3 a.m.
Do you realize he won Ohio by like 9%?
I was surprised that he won Ohio.
Oh, I wasn't surprised he won Ohio, but I was surprised that he won it by as much as he did because Ohio's been a battleground state, and then all of a
Well,
sudden
and Florida,
Trump wins
too.
by 9% I mean, he won like 52 to 43%.
Maybe if
It
Hillary
wasn't
won
even close.
Ohio, it might have been close.
Oh, he would absolutely. If Hillary wins Ohio, Trump does not win.
Oh.
Absolutely.
That's how important
Trump-
Ohio is.
Absolutely. Well, but see, here was the crazy thing. I started watching Fox's news coverage at 6:30.
What did it say?
But at 6:30, it was like, well, you know, if Trump's going to win, you know, well, he's got an uphill battle. The analogy that he's got to fill an inside straight. I mean, he's really got to draw, blah, blah, blah. And he's going to have to win this state. And it was like Florida, Pennsylvania.
South Carolina.
Yeah, he's going to have to win South Carolina. He's going to have to win Florida, Pennsylvania, Ohio, Wisconsin, and Michigan. Or at least he was going to have to win like 4 out of the 5 or 5 out of the 6. And then by 8:30, as the results started coming in, the mood on Fox completely and totally changed. And it went from like this, well, he's really going to have to draw to an inside straight. It went from that as the analogy to, oh my God, he might actually do this. And then it started, then the news coverage picked up, and it was absolutely fascinating to watch. Like, because I felt the same way going into it. It was almost like this doom and gloom type thing where you're like, well, I hope he wins. I don't know, maybe he'll win. You know, I think Hillary's probably going to win. And then by 8:30, it was like, dude, he's got a serious shot. And I went to bed at like, I don't know, 10 or 10:30 before Ohio was called, before Florida was called, definitely before Michigan and Pennsylvania were called. I went to bed. I'm like, dude, I might wake up with a Trump as president. That's crazy. And then, slept and whatever. And I woke up in the morning. I clicked my phone. I slept like a baby. And I woke up in the morning. I looked at my phone. I'm like, holy shit. You didn't hear that. I'm like, he pulled this thing off. And it wasn't, I understand she won the popular vote, which has happened 5 times in history. It's not like it's not like it never happens.
Yeah.
She won the popular vote, but he destroyed her in the Electoral College. And I'm like, wow. And you have to remember, the Democrats get 55 votes out of California.
The child has a question.
Yeah, how
every
did
time.
Hillary not win? Because she got a whole Hawaii.
Hawaii's not very big.
Hey, why I?
Hawaii, California.
Well, because there's a
then
volcano
Well, that was
there.
at the tail end.
New York.
She
got
took
New
some,
York.
that. See, that's the Democratic, the benefit of the Electoral College is the Democrats always win New York, which I don't remember how much it is, but I think it's like 35 electoral votes or something like that. California's 55. I mean, they're up 80 or 90 before the polls even come in because the state of New York and the state of California are so liberal that it's going to go. It's going to go Democrat. So Hillary won those before the votes were even initially cast. And so she has to get to 270, but she doesn't have to get to 270. She has to get to like 180 because she knows she's going to win California.
You're talking over both of our heads right now.
Oh, Electoral College.
Yeah.
All right. Each state has a certain amount based on population. The state of California, because of their population, has 55 electoral votes. You have to get to 270 to win the presidency. Hillary automatically gets 55. She doesn't automatically, technically, but California never goes to a Republican. Historically, it's never. And so the most populous, the most electoral votes in the entire country always goes Democrat. So Hillary automatically had 55 votes. Automatically. And New York always goes Democrat, or traditionally has. And that's like 30 or 35 or something. I don't remember exactly how many.
Is there anything that happened in the election that you don't understand that you want to ask him?
Are you a Democrat or a Republican?
But that didn't happen in the election. I'm a Republican.
Okay.
But I will tell you this: I don't vote straight ticket.
Whatever
And
that means.
this is my advice to an 11-year-old, a young voter. A straight ticket is if I go in and like the ballot, it's a big piece of paper and you fill in like a bubble sheet at school. If I go in and I look for all the R's, which represent Republicans, and just fill in all the R's because they're Republicans and I say I'm a Republican, that's voting a straight ticket. Okay, I don't do that. And my advice to anybody out there, an 11-year-old future voter, is you vote what you know and you vote what you want. And that's the way I vote. Like I'll go in there and, Juliana was with me when I voted and she would tell you I did not vote for Trump. It was I did, but it was the very last thing I bubbled in. I skipped it. I actually was going to write in Ronald Reagan. In all honesty, I was going to write in Reagan because I really didn't care for either of them. But I did realize, like in the back of my mind, I wanted.
Yeah, but if you would have voted Reagan, it wouldn't. He's dead.
It's a dead vote.
It's a dead vote. And I realized that what was more important.
Do they still count that? Do they see that?
Okay,
well, they could, but Reagan couldn't win because you're not going to get 50 million people to vote for a dead
it'd be
person.
like, or here,
ghost.
it'd be like someone writing Vermin Supreme in.
Mm-hmm. Damn, I should have voted for Vermin Supreme. I didn't even think about that. Sorry, Vermin.
But the thing is even, all right, let's hypothetically say Vermin Supreme. We had 60 million Americans write the name Vermin Supreme on their ballot, and he had gotten 60 million votes.
Write-ins. He'd be president. But you'd have to get 60 million people because Trump and Hillary both had like 48, 49 million. You have to have, Vermin would have had to have like 50 million people like write in
his name.
11,000 people voted for Harambe.
Harambe?
Yeah. 11,000 people voted for Harambe.
Who is that?
What?
The dead gorilla.
It's the dead gorilla.
Yeah. 11,000 people voted for Harambe.
What the heck?
Oh, the one,
How many people
the one from the
voted for
zoo?
LeBron James?
I don't know. That's a great question. Yeah.
Because some people did vote for LeBron James.
They may have. I mean, in all honesty, I did until I got to the until I actually got there and got my thing.
Your thing.
My thing. But I like in the back of my mind, I was flipping a coin. I say I was flipping a coin, but I kind of knew I was going to vote Trump anyway. But I was contemplating writing in Reagan. The thought of voting Hillary never came into my head. But on my ticket, there are Republicans that I did not vote for. People that, like, especially with the local elections, people that I refuse to vote for because I know them and I don't like them. To be honest with you, I don't like them. So I'm not going to vote for them. And so what I would tell you is, as a voter, you should always in the future educate yourself as best you can and go with what you actually want, not what you think people want you to do.
So you can just make up anything and put it down.
Only for certain things, like for president, I think for
governor.
But
how can someone put it down Harambe?
Because if 60 million people voted for Harambe, a dead gorilla would be president right now.
Gorilla
yeah,
would
crazy,
be president.
right? Yeah.
How could that work, though?
Well, I don't know. They would have to then go back and figure out how in the heck they were going to resurrect a dead gorilla, or they were going to say, okay, this is messed up. We need to maybe they go to the next.
System.
You got to fix the system. 60 million people won't.
What if LeBron wins?
Got 60 million votes?
Yes.
LeBron would be our president.
That'd be so cool.
That would be, but
I think we'd be.
I don't know that would be good for the
We
Cavs.
would be more destroyed as a nation if LeBron James was.
What if Steph Curry got elected?
He would take votes away from Hillary in California.
Yeah.
Oh, California, sure.
I mean, it's the reality is a third party candidate, a writing candidate, never gets anywhere near enough votes. Because there has to be an organized movement in order for everyone to write.
Yeah, and the amount of money that goes behind those organized movements is ridiculous.
What if someone wrote down my name?
I could have. Well, that's the. Okay.
Well, no, you can't because you're not 35.
You have to be 35 to be president.
Mm-hmm. 35. There's an age limit on president.
Yeah.
But here's the crazy thing: Trump, and this will floor, because it floored me.
Vacuum cleaners.
Hoover. No, here's the crazy thing: is Trump bucked the monetary trend, because the monetary trend was historically whoever spends more money on their election and their campaign wins the election.
Mm-hmm.
Trump spent less money than Hillary, which is crazy because we think Trump and we think, oh my God, this guy's got money after money after money. He spent less money on his campaign than Hillary did, and he bucked the trend because he actually won.
His campagna.
But I guarantee there are Democrats right now going, oh God, what the hell did we just do?
I thought I heard a statistic too this morning that the stock exchange opened at one of the highest levels.
It finished at the highest level, the highest turnaround. It had dropped 700 points during the election. It had gone down on futures alone. It had gone down, and then I saw today, and it didn't quite make sense because I was looking at the projections and stuff like that, and it looked like it was lower. But they said today it closed higher. It like set records.
Yeah, well, and that's what they were saying is.
People are optimistic.
Yeah,
I mean, there is not a politician.
People are
January. There's not a politician.
Someone could vote for a water bottle.
Yeah.
Yeah, they could.
And a dog for president.
Giant Eagle Purified Water has won the presidency of the United States.
But
don't make me laugh again,
the purified
please.
water
I won't.
35 years old.
I know we've already gone through too many pairs of your underwear tonight.
Lucas's drawers.
I know his drawers. But my point was here that you have a lot of people that are optimistic with the stock exchange and what's going to happen with
Futures,
the economics of the United States. But then you have all these college students who are losing their mind that Hillary didn't win and Donald Trump is now president. Now, I said,
real quick before you continue this question, college students losing their minds, remind him of this. Oil futures, of all things, have dropped, which means gas prices are going to drop prior to technically prior. They should drop. The oil futures dropped by like I don't know, something like 40 cents or something like that.
oh,
That's crazy.
Trump will fix schools.
Well, he wants to build infrastructure, but let's okay. So anyway, college students.
but yeah, I mean, like I said, as I've tried to steer away from all the social media out there right now because it's annoying as crap, because it's either everyone's bitching and moaning about Trump winning or everyone's like, oh, hey, this is the change we needed, which I'm more along on that lines. Not that I support Trump, but I support the whole movement of this is the change that our country needs, our government needs, and how politics needs to change to, obviously get the country back to what
something needs to be done.
Yeah.
I mean, something has to be different. I mean, you can say all you want. If it's not broke, don't fix it. It's broke.
It's been broke.
It's been broke. It's been broke. And you know what? If this doesn't work in 4 years, let's elect somebody else.
Yeah.
But I mean, people that think he's got his finger on the button and he's going to nuke this country, they ain't going to happen.
Like this kid right here.
Oh my God, I have nightmares that Trump will nuke the country.
Why would Trump nuke his own country?
I don't know.
One of the first conversations he had was with Vladimir Putin. If you're really threatened by anything in this country, it should be the fear of Russia reemerging.
Yeah.
And one of the first phone calls that was made was between him and Vladimir Putin to hash over everything.
Yeah, and to
that's been going.
Congratulate him.
Yeah. Putin called, if I'm not mistaken, I think Putin called him
and
congratulated
what I think
him.
I heard too.
Who's Putin?
The prime minister. Oh, what do you call
The
him? Russian prime minister or the Russian.
Did we have a war with Russia?
Yes.
Well, we had the Cold War.
Yes. Well,
I mean, it's
and we all died.
This is more than we have. Yeah, we're dead actually right now. Sixth Sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We see dead people. He hasn't seen that movie yet.
Oh my God.
He looks
Did you
confused.
see M. Night Shyamalan has a new movie?
No.
It's called Split. It's about a guy with like 28 personalities and he kidnaps a chick. Oh my God. Look it up on.
Okay.
It looks intense. Anyway.
Intense.
It does. It looks really cool.
You've concerned the child.
Oh, I want to watch that.
No, it looks really interesting.
No, but there's no threat of nuclear war.
Absolutely not.
There's only been 2 times that there's been nukes in wars.
Well, and that's what I was trying to explain.
But they were dropped by our country.
Yeah, America dropped them on another country.
And then after it was done, we're like, oops, holy crap, we didn't know this was going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's so big.
Yeah,
it is.
And it could take, if 3 nukes, 4 to 5 nukes can take out a whole entire country.
Well, and see, that's the thing with North Korea. North Korea is like, oh, we could nuke Seattle. And you're like, go ahead. Because by the time that bomb even drops, North Korea is going to be the biggest crater in the entire world. Because it would basically mean that we would destroy North Korea.
Yeah.
And not just like one city. We literally would just destroy it. And every human being in North Korea would be gone. And they know that. It's people know what nuclear weapons do. It's not going to happen.
It's like you were...
Nuclear warfare is a thing. It's a threat, but it's not something that's going to freaking happen.
Yeah.
And I did say frick, by the way.
USA.
You need to talk to him.
Yeah.
USA is the strongest country.
I got pee.
Okay, Josh is taking a tinkle break.
Which means people will be able to get a word in edgewise.
Yeah. But no, like we were talking the other day, the bathroom's not over there.
I know. He's gonna go take a pee over by the drums.
I had some beepers.
All right, hurry back.
Okay.
No, but like we were talking the other day, the United States is the #1 superpower pretty much in the world. I mean, other than you have like China and Russia are 2 other superpowers who have like the biggest militaries, who have a lot of weapons, a lot of bombs and missiles and bullets and tanks, and they have jeeps with machine guns on them. Yeah, you can hear it. Yeah.
Oh, that's weird.
Here, let's see if we can pick it up. Be quiet. All right.
Can you hear it?
Yeah, kind of a little bit. But
you'll have to re-record.
Oh, it's being recorded, my friend.
So people listen to someone being
yeah, they'll be like, "Hey, that guy's peeing. He's European." But okay, so is there anything? I mean, how do you feel about Trump being president? Are you okay with it? Are you upset?
No, I'm fine.
You're fine.
Yeah, I'm fine. There's nothing he can do to hurt the country, because if he did do something to try and hurt the country, he would be took down by the government.
Yeah. I mean, and that's what the power of the people and the power of the government is all about. So.
Yeah, I'm fine with it.
Yeah, I'm fine with it too. But we also know Mom's not fine with it. He's a noisy peer.
Probably broke the whole bathroom. Probably, like, pooped all over the place.
Yeah. So what do we talk about now till he gets back?
I don't know. Purified water.
Purified.
For Giant Eagle.
No. How about what else? What do we want to... Ray. Do you want to talk about Ray?
No.
No?
No.
About how she's inspiration?
No.
She's not an inspiration for you?
No.
Oh. Well, we got Rogue One's coming out.
Still a main character for a girl.
Well, but that's okay.
I stole your Whoppers because no one likes them.
I love Whoppers.
Do you?
Yes.
I was gonna steal your Kit Kat, but I didn't.
We're okay. So
you're gonna break the whole building.
Okay, so the conversation changed to Rogue One, and his beef was still.
There's a girl.
Yep.
Like, I set it up. I did seriously just sit down. It's just a girl.
Yep, that's exactly what came out of his
There's
mouth.
gonna be a day, Lucas, where you actually really like girls.
Man, what is that?
Is it my Whopper?
No, it's my phone. Josh is eating Whoppers and drinking beers.
Whoppers and bears.
So I guess what I give.
Boats and hoes.
I guess at the end of the day, we can wrap this all up about the politics,
And then eat some candy all day.
and then we got a lot of Halloween
Let's talk
candy.
about Halloween.
Halloween candy. Let's go right now.
What about Halloween?
How much did Juliana get? How much candy did she get?
Wait, let's wrap up the politics and then we'll talk Halloween.
Oh.
We went to Burlington. Woods
What
of.
she did. Woods of Burlington. The Burlington of Woods.
Yeah, she cashed in big time. We were only there for like maybe an hour and a half. And she had
I
probably.
didn't even do trick-or-treating.
Yeah, this is really captivating, guys.
Oh, I'm sorry. She had a
Still captivating.
Shush.
Shush. We're talking Halloween candy. She had a pillowcase.
Captivating.
Oh my God! Just shush.
She had a pillowcase. It was about 20% filled, and we only went through like an hour and a half.
Oh,
I mean,
wow.
she had a pile of candy like that
Really
big. It was crazy.
interesting.
It's cray. Okay, so wrapping up politics.
Yeah. End it.
Yeah.
Go Trump.
Go Trump.
Go Trump.
Trump.
I think we all agree.
Trump factor.
I think we all agree, whether you like him or you hate him,
He's
going to be our president.
Yeah,
But
he's
do
gonna
you
be
really
president.
need to get as bent out of shape as people are about him
No,
winning?
and there we see. Now you're going to bring it full circle. Before I peed,
Yeah, that's what I've been trying to do for the past 20 minutes. and-
I had the millennial post.
yeah, and so that's where I was going with the whole thing about just how people are getting so bent out of shape. I mean, granted, like I said, I'm not a supporter of Trump. You're not a supporter of Trump. You like the idea
I
behind
like
him.
the idea behind him. Now that he's my
Yeah.
president, I'm going to support him.
Well,
I did
wait a
vote
minute.
for him.
Do you think he will build a wall?
I don't think it's possible.
I'll
to
tell
build
you
a
what.
wall unless you get enough
Concrete.
support. He can't. That too.
And you want to
He
buy
can't-
stock in concrete now.
Stop talking.
He can't actually do it himself. And this is the beauty of the American system. Yes, he has a Republican Congress right now, Senate, House of Representatives. But if he wants to build a wall, he can't just be like, hey, I'm Donald Trump. I'm president. I'm going to build a wall. There has to be...
Tear down that wall.
Mr. Gorbachev, tear down that wall. But you can't just build a wall. You know, I mean, it takes the support.
Even
of-
Pink Floyd couldn't do it.
No, Pink Floyd couldn't do it either. Ronald Reagan couldn't do it. Pink Floyd couldn't do it.
Donald Trump's not going to be able to do it.
God can do it.
All right, that's a different topic.
Yeah.
But if he wants the wall to be built, it will be something that is agreed upon by multiple levels of government. Now, getting back to what you were saying, all these people protesting, like, I didn't like when Bill Clinton got elected. It didn't mean I grabbed a picket sign and quit work for a day and went out and protested.
And you fell on the ground and cried.
You know, that was hilarious. Did you happen to see any of the Hillary speech, the concession speech? There are like people in the audience crying. I'm like, you baby. Like, I get it. But it's not the end of the world. I have woken up. All right, so my first presidential election was the first one you voted for in 96. I lost for the person I voted for in 96. I won in 2000. I won in 2004. I lost in 08. I lost in 12. So I've lost like 3 out of 5. I've lost 60% of the times I've voted.
We didn't lose in the 4.
No, I won in 4.
Yeah.
I won in 2000, won in 4, lost in 8, lost in 12,
Who'd you vote
won
for
in
eight?
16. In
Your
2008, I voted for Bob Dole. Bob Dole.
Bob
Dole.
Dole.
I think it was Dolan. No, it wasn't Dolan 8. Was it?
Dolan 8.
No, Dole was 96. What am I doing? Yeah, Dole was 96. Let's see. Then it was Carrie. God, who won?
Carrie Fisher.
Oh, I would.
We would have voted for her.
Was it like Hot Carrie Fisher, or was it like Force Awakens Carrie Fisher? That's a different.
We're going Return of the Jedi. Carrie Fisher.
we're going. No, but who was it in 08? Who ran against Obama in 08? It was McCain in 08.
McCain. Oh yeah, it was McCain.
He's
And
the
then
guy,
in
he's the guy
2012
that wasn't a really.
So you wanted
Mitt
McCain?
Romney was 2012. Yeah, I voted for McCain. Actually, to this day, I would still vote for McCain. And my God, Mitt Romney would be president right now if he would have ran this year instead of in 12. Mitt Romney. But I voted for Romney. I voted for McCain. I voted for George H.W. and I voted
George
for
Bush?
Dole. Senior.
Oh.
Pops.
Yeah.
We call him Pops.
Pops.
And I voted for Dole, and then I voted. The only time I've won presidential elections has been Trump, and both W's.
Would you like some?
Would you like?
Would you like some juice? That's
Would you like some juice?
It just that reminds me of the maid from Family Guy. I don't know why it just does.
Oh,
Like some juice?
like a juice. Okay, so we're running well over an hour now.
I'm sorry.
So we're gonna have to wrap this up. I would love to make.
Yo, I voted for Trump. He is a winner. We had rice and chicken for dinner.
Don't quit your day job, bitch.
Word. Yeah, boy.
Okay, well, I guess we'll just end it on that note.
Let's end
'cause
it on my hippity hops.
You can't end it on a better note than that. So
Trump.
okay, so I'm Scott. We will talk to you all later, and we're out.
Peace. Trump.
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 Trump. Trump. Trump. Trump.
Trump.
Trump.
Trump. Halloween candy. Trump.
It's Halloween candy time. Halloween candy time.
Trump.
Trump.
Wicca, Trump, Trumpy.
Trump.
It doesn't work good with Hillary.
Hillary. That's
No, nothing rhymes with Hillary. Everything rhymes with Trump.
Bump.
Pump, chump, bump, dump, rump.
Dump is awesome.
I am the Trump shaker. Turn it up.
I'm gonna fall to the ground again.
No, you won't.
Yes, I will.
All right, I'm ending it now.
Trump.
That was definitely a fun time. That was probably one of the most enjoyable times I've had sitting down just talking about nothing. It was a lot of fun hanging out with my son and my friend and talking about politics and sports and all the things that I'm not interested in. So yeah, it was cool. I'd like to thank everyone out there who supported us, who's listened, who keeps listening, who I get all the awesome feedback from. But I'd also like to thank Pulpo Beard Oils, Waffender Whisker Oil, Brutal Beards, Groomed Gorilla, and Blackbeard Company for their support in all that they do. They all make great oils. They all make great products. And I highly recommend each and every one of them. But you can check my social media, or not my social media, but my show notes, my blog post. There's a lot of poppin' peas there. But you can check out all my notes and everything, and there'll be links to all that different things. So you can check each one out. If you're looking for a new product, I highly recommend any of those. Like once again, I said, I didn't really once again said, but once again, if you are interested in any information about the Beardcaster, go to thebeardcaster.com. You can find social media links and everything. So please go check it out. And the last thing, tell a couple friends about this podcast. Everyone's been doing such a great job at that, and the numbers are growing every week, and I greatly appreciate that. But as the numbers grow, we need to get more people so they can tell their friends, and then they can tell their friends, and then it just grows from that point. So, but just tell a couple friends. That's all I'm asking all of you to do today. Is once you're done listening, if you enjoyed the podcast, share it with a couple people. Tell a couple people about this crazy guy that has a beard who does a podcast all about beards. I mean, granted, I know today really wasn't a podcast about beards, but it's about an issue that is close to me. And from time to time, not every episode's going to be 100% about beards, but hey, it's something that affects everyone. So I don't want to be exclusive to people. So let's try to make everyone have fun, everyone enjoy. So thank you once again for checking us out, thebeardcaster.com. You can email me at scott@thebeardcaster.com if you have any questions, comments, concerns. And on that note, I'll leave you. And until next time, ciao.